Hi, I'm Jenny. Thank you for joining the Madison Public Library. May 9th is National Lost Sock Memorial Day. So in honor of that, I have a couple of crafts to make use of those socks that are missing their mate. Today, I am going to be making a pincushion and a coin purse out of socks. For the pincushion, you're going to need something for a base. So you can use a glass dish or a terracotta pot and even an old canning jar. To make the pincushion, it's as simple as stuffing your sock. You can use some fiberfill, or if you want to help sharpen your pins, you can use ground walnut shells or steel wool for filler. So for a shallow container like this dish, I cut off a piece of the sock. Since the pattern doesn't go all the way to the toe, I'm just going to sew it up a little bit by turning my sock inside out. And with some thread, I'm just going to do a simple stitch right around the toe of the sock. All right, now I did not sew the sock together. I just sewed all around in a circle, and then I'm just going to cinch it up. And tie a knot. And turn it back right side out. So that way I don't see that toe of the sock. You can always just keep it if you like the way it looks. Now at this point, I can fill the sock, which I did for the shallow pot. For the terracotta pot, I took a piece of cardboard and I cut it slightly smaller than the opening of the pot so that my pincushion is not going all the way into the pot, so I can use the bottom of my pot for some storage. So I'm going to slide in my piece of cardboard down to the toe. Going to add my filling. On top of the cardboard. And then again, I'm just going to sew a little running stitch around the end of the sock. And I can trim a little bit of the extra off. I'm going to kind of tuck it in just a little bit. And again, take the two ends of my thread and cinch it up while I push in the ends of the sock. Tie a knot. And then it just sits into the top of my container. Now for my canning jar, what you want to do is have one with a ring and a lid. And then I'm going to take my sock I'm just going to cut it into a flat piece and trim it so that it's about an inch larger than the size of my lid. And at this point, then I just want a little bit of stuffing right in the center of the lid because it has to be able to get up and through the ring. Cover it with my sock and hot glue it to the bottom of my lid. And then you'll be able to push the pincushion part up through the top and screw it on the jar. And then you can fill your jar with your needles, thread, and supplies. The second project is a sock coin purse. A simple way to make a little bag out of your sock is to run a string or a ribbon or a shoelace through the elasticized band of your sock, and you can make a little cinch sack. So for this, you will just cut a slit on each side of your sock, and I had a large needle and some heavy twine that I ran through the inside band of the sock. And then I tied it off and stuck the knot back inside the sock. And you have a little cinch sack. The coin purse is made with a clasp lock purse frame. And these I purchased online. They usually come either kind of squared off like this or more of a rounded shape. And you can see it has holes around the frame so that you can sew your sock onto the frame. This one is a 2.5-inch frame, and it fits a girl's medium sock. So you'll want to size your frame to match what size sock you have. So for this, I'm taking my sock, and I don't want the whole thing. I'm going to cut off the heel. So I'm going to put my frame on my sock about the length I want the purse. And then I'm kind of going to trace the edge of the clasp onto the sock so I know where to cut. And then I'm going to go ahead, and you'll want to cut down the side of the sock. And all the way around. So you see your sock's going to open like so. And then you can take either some twine, or I found some round decorative trim in the ribbon section of the craft store. And you're going to sew it onto the inside edge of the sock all the way around the opening. So I just started about the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and just do a little stitch all the way around my sock. So when you get to the side, you're going to come around and sew down the side and across to the other side and back up and continue all the way around your sock. So when you're done, it's going to look something like this. And you're going to open up your clasp and take some craft glue. And now we're going to glue the edge of the sock into the frame. So you can go ahead and start on one side and just run your glue all the way around the frame. Then we're going to go ahead and use that trim to push the sock up into the frame. And it's helpful to have like a little screwdriver or something to really push that up into the frame. Make sure nothing's sticking out the front side. And we're going to go ahead and repeat this with the other side. And get that stuck into the frame. And we're going to let that dry. Okay, so once my glue is dry, I'm going to take needle and thread and going to go ahead and sew the sock onto the frame. So it's just simple stitch, and I'm going to skip, come up through the third hole. All right, so I've come up through the third hole and back down. When I get to the other side, then I'm going to come back and cover, so I have a complete line of stitches going across. So you're going to do that for both sides of your frame, and then your coin purse is complete. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and follow the library on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and Snapchat.